So Lewis was essentially a tutor. So if you were studying, you would, you would go to Lewis and you would sit down with him every week and you would have basically one-on-one. And he was tremendously challenging. He was tremendously impressive, but he could also be playful. And I heard a story once where um someone would someone would give Lewis a quote, could be in Latin or Greek or something like that. And Lewis would sort of sit back and think about it, and then he would tell them exactly where the quote was from. I mean, he had that kind of mind. And so he digested so much material from antiquity and the medieval period, and he knew it so well. And what's interesting about Lewis is that his straightforward apologetics work happened in the middle of his career. And to the surprise of many, he sort of abandoned it and then began writing, the Narnia Chronicles children's book. And many people looked at Lewis and said, "What are you doing? You don't even know any children." I mean, he was a confirmed bachelor. Um, he didn't seem to even have much interest in children. And he wrote children's books, which are they children's books? Yeah, they are. But they're also sort of weird code for a lot of the thought that Lewis was having with respect to the modern world, the medieval world, and the ancient world. And there's a few little books that he sort of put some of these things together. And for the last 60, 70 years, Lewis scholars have sort of been trying to piece this together. Like recently, there's a book out on Planet Narnia where they think they've cracked some of the code behind the Narnia Chronicles. And Lewis loved that kind of thing. And so, and of course, Lewis was tremendously instrumental in Tolkien following through and publishing what was arguably the most influential book of the 20th century, the Lord of the Rings.